Hi, everyone. So this morning, I want to kind of split up our benchmark reading. So we're doing a little bit less during live instruction. I want to do a bit more right now with you. So we are on our pages, our next pages. If you remember from yesterday, we okay, well, Mrs. Collins kind of forgot to copy and paste the right thing in there, but that's okay because it actually means that we get to work on these two pages at the same time, and I think they work out well together. So we are on pages 14 and 15. Okay. So the first thing I do when I'm going to be looking at these pages is the picture. This picture gives me a great idea of what's going on. So I see my three boys, and my guess is that this is Tom, this is Huck Finn, and this is Joe. Right? It looks like they're hiding in some bushes. So I would probably think, I wonder. And look, even Huck Finn is like going, shh. So they're trying to be quiet. So something is going on that they're sneaking up on and trying to watch. That's the first thing I notice about this. And that's what you can notice too when you're reading. So let me zoom in here on our text. So to remind you what happened in our story yesterday, they were where they went fishing, they were eating, they were walking around the forest because they had run away to an island, right? But they kind of liked it at first, but now they're kind of like, it's okay. Like they didn't really know how they felt. They just that it was, you could kind of tell that they were getting less enchanted by it, less astonished as the day was going on. Okay. So they had just noticed how far away the island was across the way. So I'm going to read paragraph 4. They were too hungry to stop to fish, but they fared sumptuously upon cold ham and then threw themselves down in the shade to talk. So they're just having a snack of cold ham, like deli meat. But the talk soon began to drag and then died. The stillness, the solemnity that brooded in the woods. So solemnity means like seriousness. And brooded means like hangs out or like stands by. So the stillness, the solemnity, the seriousness that hung about in the woods or brooded, and the sense of loneliness began to tell upon the spirits of the boys. They're starting to feel lonely and kind of like, oh my gosh, it's quiet in these woods. I don't feel like I'm very home anymore. They fell to thinking. A sort of undefined longing crept upon them. This took dim shape presently. It was budding homesickness. So it's budding homesickness, like how a flower buds. They're starting to get homesick a little bit. Even Finn the red-handed, and remember, you can always look at the little teeny number next to a word or a phrase. Pop down here, my number 1 says Finn the red-handed is Huck's pirate name. So that's what he calls himself, is Finn the red-handed. So even Finn the red-handed was dreaming of his doorsteps and empty hogsheads. But they were all ashamed of their weakness, and none was brave enough to speak his thought. So they're super embarrassed, and they don't want to tell each other that they're all homesick. They're trying to be like tough and be like, oh yeah, we love this. We love that we ran away. But they're sad. They're feeling homesick. Okay, I'm going to keep going. So for some time now, the boys had been dully conscious of a peculiar sound in the distance, just as one sometimes is of the ticking of a clock, which he takes no distinct note of. But now this mysterious sound became more pronounced and forced their recognition. So they're hearing something in the background that they're finally like, wait, what the heck is going on? The boys started, glanced at each other, and then each assumed a listening attitude. I think that's our picture. They're assuming a listening attitude. They're like, wait, what the heck is going on out there? Okay, that's what our picture is showing us. There was a long silence, profound and unbroken. Then a deep, sullen boom came floating down out of the distance. What is it? Exclaimed Joy under his breath. So they hear a big old boom and they're like, what is that? I wonder, said Tom in a whisper. Tain't thunder, said Huckleberry in an odd tone, because thunder, hark, which means listen, said Tom. Listen, don't talk. They waited a time that seemed an age. So they waited a super long time. And then the same muffled boom troubled the solemn hush. Let's go and see. All right. So I think the key events in this story have something to do with the fact that they started to feel sad and homesick. And then on this page, the fact that they heard this big boom. So we'll talk more about this in class today.